It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC North. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Coming up next.
On a warm, late summer afternoon, we've got football at Paycor Stadium here in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First is a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
After a tough couple of years in Denver, Wilson finally gets his fresh start, and he's certainly hoping to make the most of it. Truthfully, though, it's been tough sledding ever since being traded from Seattle a few years back. But he still has the talent and tools to make this next chapter a positive one.
A first carry for Najee Harris. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris. And shutting him off, now open field. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He's got this to Pickens. Touchdown! George Pickens, 30 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they'd put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their fifth-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
Burrow is coming off a year where he suffered his second season-ending injury over a 4-year span. And while that's certainly concerning, there's certainly no denying he's truly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL whenever he's on the field. However, for them to reach their full potential, he has to be out there. Because as long as he is, this team is a legitimate contender to win it all.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Here's Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Chase came into the league with some lofty expectations, and he somehow surpassed those through the first 3 years of his career. He's a perennial 1,000-yard receiver. He's a guy they got to find a way to get the ball to in all situations. And he's one of the main reasons why the Bengals offense is consistently among the league's best.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial, make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Zach Moss, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guy scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 8. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game. Plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Now it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Burrow looking to pass. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Burrow will throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Throwing is Wilson. The 20. 5. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
He'll drop this underneath the Moss.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
He's got his man. That's Sample to tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And Burrow going to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Now 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down at 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he knocks Knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
41 yards.
And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
McPherson now for the extra point.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Escapes the defender.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Wilson to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Now it's Wilson. That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Finding Pickens for another catch. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And Wilson in motion left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Now it's Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Wilson. That's complete to the rookie from Michigan. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. He's got this to Pickens. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Steelers have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. And they go play action now. Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Steelers offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Here's a 2nd and 7. To throw, Burrow. He'll swing this out to Moss. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Now Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw, got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Here's 1st and goal. Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down 24-21, a little under 50 seconds to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. His throw incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He's got Pickens. Complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Now Wilson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Wilson. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Wilson.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out
at the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Burrow.
And incomplete on the deep ball. And we have free football. Overtime, here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. To the air again, Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Burrow will throw. Over middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And Burrow going to throw again. Now a short one to Gesicki. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the fourth quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting? We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
They hand this off to Harris. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson completes this to Jefferson, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Harris running straight ahead.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Wilson. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Wilson. That is caught. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Wilson finds Pickens out right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Second down and a yard. Now it's Wilson. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers 1st down as he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. As you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So it's a win here for the Steelers, and it was thanks largely due to the play of the quarterback, CD, a guy who's been doing it for a while, and that's Russell Wilson.
Yeah, there's no question who the star of this game was. What a performance throwing the football. Over 300 yards, 4 touchdown passes. That's quarterbacking at an elite level.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.